was your interest or your motivation to study Paul, let's say, over anybody else?
I got into Paul Robeson through this story of the Peekskill riots because I grew up just outside of Peekskill. Growing up there, I mean, being a history buff, always trying to find, local things around, no matter what, just interesting stories that surround us. But no one in the Peekskill area talks about the Peekskill riots, so I never learned about it until I was much older. When I did discover it, I was like, well, what are these Peekskill riots? You dig a little bit. Oh my God, like you see the photos, you see the videos. How could this have happened in my backyard and nobody talk about it? This is national history locally. Dig a little bit deeper. Well, okay, but who's Paul Robeson? Why were these people so upset with Paul Robeson? I need to figure out who he is to figure out that. Dig a little bit deeper and then realize just how much of a star and how much of a significant figure he was. He was at one point one of the most famous Americans in the world. Not just Black Americans, one of the most famous Americans. It's a testament both to his talents, but also his ability to communicate. It's that made him such a big star, but it's also that made him such a threat to systems of injustice. He was viewed as a threat and unfortunately taken out as a result of that. His legacy stripped from him, blacklisted. Learning all of that, you start to kind of find the answers to the question of why does nobody talk about this? By design. There were many people who did not want Paul Robeson to be talked about because he is an inspiring figure, even to today. Everything that he was fighting against still exists today. All the things that he was fighting for are things we need to be fighting for today. So even today, a lot of people still don't want to talk about a Paul Robeson or the Peekskill riots because it's just as relevant as ever. It was that quest, I guess, to tell that story and get to the root of it that led me to really discover who Paul Robeson was.